Imagine, two newborns, identical in every conceivable way, separated not just by miles, but by two completely separate lives, lived in parallel. This isn't the beginning of a work of fiction, but the real-life stories of James Springer and James Lewis, the Jim twins. Born in Ohio in 1940, these two brothers were split apart at just 3 weeks old, each adopted by a different family. One grew up in Lima and the other in Dayton, Ohio. They were living their lives in settings that were worlds apart yet eerily similar. Both families were each unaware of each other, but named their new son James.
They said, one of them said they had a feeling of being incomplete.
Yeah, that's really hard to explain. We have talked about that. If we both felt like there was something missing out of our lives, and then when we met, that feeling was gone. And when we met, it was just it wasn't like a feeling of meeting a stranger you've never, or I don't know. When we first met, it was just a feeling of meeting your brother,
No, that's what I was going to ask you without embarrassing you. Did you feel a closeness,
right?
Some kind of affection that you wouldn't normally feel when you just,
right.
A compassion that you wouldn't feel if you just met a stranger?
That's right.
Well, that's interesting.
When I left from Lima down to Dayton to meet Jim for the first time, I was nervous wreck.
I would imagine.
Was really dripping with sweat, And when I met Jim for the first time, it was a calm feeling. It was really good.
And that set the stage for one of the most fascinating tales of twin synchronicity we've ever known. As the boys grew to men, their lives took on astonishing parallels. Both Jameses, maybe driven by some silent, unseen bond, made remarkably similar choices. They both married women named Linda. And when those marriages ended, they found love again with a woman named Betty. And if that's not weird enough, both had sons, James Allen and James Allen. But the similarities didn't stop at their kids' names. It extended into their careers, hobbies, and even their pets. Both had a dog named Toy during their childhoods. But what can explain these weird parallels? Some might call it coincidence, but as we dive deeper, the connection suggests something more. Both men pursued careers in law enforcement, shared a love for woodworking, and even vacationed at the same Florida beach. It's as if despite the distance, there's a rope pulling them together throughout their lives, connecting them in ways beyond our comprehension. The turning point came when they were 39. James Springer was curious about who his birth family was, so he initiated a search that would lead him to his identical twin, James Lewis. And their reunion was nothing short of emotional, a moment of disbelief and joy as they stood face to face, not just with a brother each didn't know existed, but with a mirror image of their own life. This story raises questions about the nature of human connection. Is it merely genetics at play, or is there something deeper, something paranormal that binds us? The twin story caught the attention of scientists and paranormal researchers, each trying to figure out the mysterious connection. They became subjects of study, their lives examined for clues to the incredible synchronicity they shared. When we look at the phenomenon of twin synchronicity, we find that the Jim twins are not alone. Their story is part of a vast web of twins separated by birth, leading parallel lives. And those stories challenge our traditional understanding of what bonds us, suggesting that there may be unseen forces at work, shaping our destinies in ways that we won't ever fully understand. For me, these stories in particular make me question the chances of coincidence versus fate and something deeper at play. But whatever it is, the answer still remains an elusive mystery. There's another crazy story I recently looked into about twin synchronicity. I'm gonna link that video right here on the Pollock twins. Check that one out, it's kinda nutty. This channel's continuously growing and evolving, but if you like unsolved mysteries, unexplained events, and strange and weird stuff, this is your place. I really appreciate your time. I hope you like this video and subscribe and stick around for a while. I'll talk to you later.